Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. I want to start on the 4-hour chart just for everybody who's also new on this channel. On the 4-hour chart, you can see this potential diagonal structure that's unfolding at the moment, and the move that started basically here in September, was a third wave rally to the upside that could still be unfolding, So a pretty strong move up here in this third wave. And as I said, could still be unfolding. We recently formed a local top at around $77. That was just above, I think $1 just above our projection from a few days ago. And the question is now, okay, has Solana formed a more substantial top? The thing is, Solana has touched the upper boundary line of our trend channel. That's a parallel trend channel, and it's going to be interesting to see how the price is going to react to that. At the moment, there are two scenarios that I'm tracking. Two scenarios I'm tracking on the smaller time frame. So I will show you how these work here on the larger time frame so that you get an initial understanding, and then we can zoom in and take a look at the shorter time frame as well. So looking here at the bigger picture, the idea is obviously that this is a bullish wave count for now. As explained in previous videos, we are still watching for higher prices overall on the Solana chart to $79.50 next, $93 or even $113. Where there is a little bit of uncertainty is that the market needs to show us if this move up, these target projections, if they will be reached in the third wave, which might still be unfolding, or in the fifth wave after a fourth wave pullback. That's what the market decides. However, as explained many times in recent weeks, we are tracking bullish scenarios for SOL at the moment, and we are still watching for higher prices before let's say a larger pullback can occur. With larger pullback, I mean really something significant. I'm not talking about the fourth wave here. That is still expected at some point, even though it's not crystal clear if it's actually unfolding right now, especially not with the latest extension higher, but it could all still already be unfolding. So again, bigger picture, still higher prices expected. The Fibonacci extensions are on the chart, and we mentioned that in previous videos. So overall, still a structure that can unfold further to the upside. The only thing is that when we talk about potential risk, that fourth wave pullback could, for example, come down quite a bit. But at the moment, the market is still pushing higher, as you can see, and relevant micro support levels are actually still holding. So when we then zoom in a little bit, there are basically two potentials within this scenario. They're all part of the same scenario. Either wave 3 is still unfolding, that's one scenario, and then after the wave 3 has topped and it needs basically another high, it would look better with another high, then we are forming an ABC structure to the downside and could then possibly touch the lower boundary line of the ascending trend channel. Or in a more, I shouldn't say bearish interpretation, it's just in a scenario in which, in the second scenario, the wave 3 already topped here, and we came down already in the A wave, we rallied in a B wave, and now we could come down in the C wave next. So literally the question is just, okay, is the third wave still unfolding, or is the fourth wave already unfolding? The market doesn't give us a very clear answer to that. Weeks ago, we had to expect potentially an overshooting B wave, so shouldn't be a surprise to anyone that we've arrived here. That is therefore still a valid interpretation, a high B wave, because we had 3 waves down. In a wave 4 scenario, overshooting B waves are common in crypto. And if the A wave was a 3-wave pullback, then we just have to expect potentially high B waves with the C wave later. So, the third wave is still extending. But as I explained down here, there's no way of saying if it's a third wave extension or a high B wave until we get the third wave completed in 5 waves. Because with 5 waves, it can't be a high B wave. So that's just the situation on the chart. I can't change that. That's just what it is. So we have two valid interpretations. Either the third is still unfolding, or we are already in the fourth, and then we are looking for a 5-wave move down in wave C. In the short term, you can see that the wave B could have topped already, okay, but then I would need to see some kind of a break of microstructure. Specifically, I indicated to you here the micro support levels against which we can still focus on higher. So if the third wave here is still unfolding, one more high could occur in the current third wave of the third wave from this micro support. And it seems like Solana is respecting that fib level. Again, here, the 38.2 retracement could give us another high, absolutely. And below 69.20, I would watch 61.60 as support. And below 61.60, I would assume that we are coming down in wave C. Okay, so there is quite a bit of uncertainty up here with regards to, okay, is this a high B wave or are we in an extension of the third? So both are reasonable interpretations at the moment. Yeah. Now, the way to deal with it is either not to do anything and wait for clarity, or one way of dealing with it is to trade based on these support levels, which at the moment would look good. Yeah. Yeah, you know, everybody's in a different situation, right? If someone bought down here in our support area in September, I mean, it might even be reasonable to take some profits after the price rallied, I don't know, 5 times, you know, double, you know, basically quadrupled or even more, right? Don't know what was it here? Yeah, $17. If someone bought, I don't know, at $20, I mean, 40, 60, 80, right? So definitely a good increase. So it might make sense to raise some cash from that. But that, you know, you have to decide that. I can really only share with you the levels. And overall, you know, it's one scenario we're tracking with 2 different ways the chart can take. I understand everybody always wants the answer from the chart. But unfortunately, markets are non-linear and they don't always give us the answer. Even though, you know, all I do is give you levels, right? So you can trade based on these levels. For example, if you like to do that, here, the latest support area that I gave you did so far hold. And I haven't got any confirmation that really a substantial top is formed. Still not, okay? So as long as support levels hold, just go with the trend. I can't really add anything else. The chart will not become any clearer from staring at it even longer. And it also will not become clearer from more micro counting. To be honest, it is quite clear, right? So the bigger picture anyway is fairly clear. And here in the micro, I mean, support levels, as long as they're holding, the focus can be on higher. And if they break, yeah, then we have a first indication that actually this C wave to the downside is unfolding. So that's my update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, and please check out the channel membership. As a member, you get access to our weekly live streams every Sunday. You can also rewatch all the previous recordings. They're always, or most of the time, educational. There's an educational topic. Today we talked about alt season, for example. As a silver member, you also get access to Discord, Telegram, the chat rooms, educational content. And as a gold member, you get access to short-term market updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.